My name is Cesar Hernandez, and 3 years ago, I was overweight, stressed out, and couldn't even drive my car. Fast forward to now, I'm a fitness coach, insanity certified. Where do I go from here? Find out, baby.
Day number one, man. Yeah, this is crazy, man. This is it's finally here. It's finally here, man. And you know, I gotta say that I'm feeling kind of nervous, man, to be honest with you. Usually I'm the one, like I'm the coach, and I'm the one telling the girls, I'm the one telling my clients, like, listen, it's gonna be all good. You can modify, you can do this, you can do that. Take it easy, you know. And like at this moment, I'm like, dude, I'm feeling nervous. And I'll be honest with you, I'm feeling a little uncomfortable. But that's the whole point of this thing, isn't it? It's to get uncomfortable, it's to get out of my comfort zone. It's to do something that I've never done before, to look a certain way that I've never looked before, to feel a certain way that I've never looked before, to do something I've never done. And so that's the whole point of this. And so going into this, my kids are all kind of worried, man. They kind of worried about daddy. They thinking that he's gonna die in the ring or something, man, because they've seen Rocky too many times. You know, this morning I was just rocking out with boot camp, man. Life Purpose boot camp with my ladies. You know, we did some circuit training and we did some Zumba at the end. But now it's time for me to switch my mind over. It's time to switch my mind into this state of mind of boxing, man, to do my thing. And Mike is waiting for me at the gym, and we gonna get it in, man. And you know, I'm just ready to start this journey, man. This is day one. Day one's always the hardest. Day one is always the most uncomfortable, but I'm ready to get this day over with, do this, and move on to the next, and the next after that, and the next after that, and then be able to have some momentum going for me to where I get in there and I just feel really good and I feel confident about what I'm doing. I really want to say this to the people out there who are watching. Like, if you're sitting there wondering why, this guy who I've never boxed in my life. I've done a few street fights, you know what I'm saying, but I've never boxed professionally. I've never gotten in a ring and tried to go 12 rounds with somebody. I've never done that before. So if you're questioning why would this guy who's a coach, who's just a fitness fanatic, would do something like this, the basic bottom line is that I want to show people that you can go from being totally miserable, unhealthy, overweight, to fit, to healthy, to happy, to athletic, to doing something that you never thought that you could do before. And that's going to be my life. Like, that's when I'm always going to up things. I'm always going to push for the next thing. Now, I don't know how long this is going to last. I don't know if I'm going to go and I'm going to do one fight and then say, okay, that's good, I did that, knock that off my bucket list, or I'm going to continue. I don't know. But this is to motivate, to inspire, to show people that you can do something that is beyond what you ever thought that you can do. So we're going to push, we're going to move, and we're going to go. Isn't that right, son? Son, is that good? You ready for daddy to box? Kids all nervous for daddy, man. You know what it is. Let's go.
Wednesday, December 18th, we got Cesar here, getting all his stats going. We just weighed him in 180 pounds. We're gonna take his body fat now. That way we got a way to chart his progress every week. That way we can, all the checks and balances, making sure the program's on track, and that we're doing everything we need to be, training wise, diet, nutrition wise, so we can reach his goal. So first thing we're gonna do is just gonna take measurements with the skin fold calipers. We're gonna do a 9-point skin fold calibration test with them. And then we'll just chart that difference every week, and I'll explain what we're doing as we go through this. And it's really important that anyone that's going along in this journey or this process, you understand that the numbers that we're actually going to do, there's really the ones that make the difference, not the scale. Because the scale can change, definitely it can go down, but what's going on in inside your body can actually be negative toward reaching your goal, can actually slow your metabolism down. So we'll use Cesar as our guinea pig here, let him go through the process. That way we can have everyone understand what we're accomplishing. So, all right, let's get it started. The goal, ultimately, to get, you know, that lean physique that you're looking for, you want to try to get your numbers as close to single digits as possible. Okay. So that means 10 or lower, 9 or lower in that area. You see 7. You see the higher ranges, which you follow the genetic pattern of a male. You know, we hold our body fats typically in our upper body. Biceps are lean, triceps are lean, lower back, hip, abdominals. You know, so that's kind of where, you know, your body's storing it right now, and you can kind of see the numbers that are, you know, around the 3s, the 5 to 3s. They're not going to really get much lower.
Right.
You know, with obviously you can see where the numbers are a little higher. That's where your body's going to start pulling from. So our totals are 90.2. We add these all up. Body weight's 180. So after doing the formula, it gives us a percentage of 13.5 is your body fat percentage. So
Okay.
now the next number, which is really, really important, because a lot of times I'll have people come to me, hey, you know, I want to lose 40 pounds. Actually, until I do this test on them, I really don't know how much weight we're playing with. So with you, out of your 180 pounds, only 24.3 pounds of that is actually fat.
Okay.
Realistically, you have probably 10 pounds of fat to play with.
Right.
So our goal with you is to increase your lean mass. That lean mass number basically is, out of the 180 pounds, basically 155.7 pounds is your muscle tissue.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a number, we're going to pay attention to all of them, but this number in particular, because that number represents your resting metabolism. For every pound that we increase, say it's 155.7, we increase to 156.7, we're going to increase your calorie burning by 500 per week.
Okay.
A resting metabolism.
Right.
So if we add 2-3 pounds of that, you can see how it's going to go 1,000, 1,500 calories that you're going to burn just for having that extra muscle tissue on you versus if you did it.
Okay.
Okay, so especially with women, that's why it's so important that they do the resistance training part of fitness, because it's really vital to increase that resting metabolism.
Right.
All right, and so what we can tell is, if this number drops, what it tells us, either we're working out too hard or we're under eating, nutrition wise.
Right.
Okay, so
Okay.
this is a checks and balances for us once again. So we know your body fat percentage when conditions are ideal, which means your training regimens hitting 100%, your nutrition programs hitting 100%, you're getting your rest. You can expect to lose for a male about 1% a week, or up to 3 pounds
Okay.
a week.
Okay.
Okay, so we can kind of chart that. Now, ideally, you know, when you're lean, toned, shredded, and ripped as a man, in that 8 to 9% range is usually when your six pack's in and, you know, everything's nice and tight. So we can kind of see if we're, you know, say we set a goal for 9%, that gives us about 4.5% to play with.
Right.
So we can kind of forecast over the next 4 to 6 weeks, we should be able to have you dialed in right about that time frame.
Okay.